Hi, my name is Bill, and today I'm going to show you how to replace the roller assembly in your dryer. The reason why you might have to do this is because it's wobbling or it's not spinning properly.
For this repair, you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, a ratchet with an extension in a 9/16 socket, and a 1/4 inch Allen bit.
Warning: before doing any repairs, please disconnect your power source. So this is our dryer model. It's a Frigidaire. Keep in mind, ours might be a little bit different than what you've got at home, but the same techniques should still apply. So the first thing we're going to do is turn the dryer around. So now we're going to remove the 2 screws that are holding the top on. And now that those screws are out, we can just pull this back, take it off, and set that off to the side. Alright, so now we're going to want to turn this back around. So the next thing we want to do is remove the 2 screws that are holding the bottom of this bulkhead on. They're right in here, and what we're going to do to make it a little bit easier so that you can see it is we're going to tip this on the back. You don't have to tip it on the back, you can just prop it up to get to it, but this is just for your viewing pleasure. So it's just these 2 screws here. And now with those screws out, we can stand the dryer back up. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up this door here. And we're going to remove the 2 screws right here, which hold the filter on. So we're just going to go to the top now. The next 2 screws we're going to remove are here and here, right in the corners. So take this one off first. And the second one. So now that we have those 2 screws off, we can remove this front panel piece, and we're just going to undo all the wires. So we're going to take off the grounding wire here first. And now this one, there's a clip on here that you just have to push in on the clip and then pull it up. Now this one, again, there's a clip right there, push it in and pull it up. And finally these 2. These ones are in there a little bit harder, just have to pull just like that. Now that you've got all of those unplugged, you can set that front panel off to the side. Now that the front panel is off, it's exposing these 2 screws here, which we have to remove next. Now that those are off, this bulkhead will pull right up and right off. So on this bulkhead, we've got a couple of wires sticking out here. We're just going to unplug all those. And now that that's all unplugged, we can set the front bulkhead off to the side. Next, we've got a couple of screws right by our wires here. That's just holding up the support for the frame. Now that those screws are out, this will just pop right out. You don't have to put it anywhere. Now we've got 2 more screws on the lower bulkhead, and we're going to take those off next. So now that we've got all the screws off, we can just lift up on that and pull it forward. And we're going to set this off to the side. These here are our roller assemblies. We're going to replace the one right here. What we're going to need is a 1/4 inch Allen wrench and a 9/16 socket. So we're going to grab those and start taking this part apart now. Alright, so now we're just going to hold this in place, and with our ratchet, loosen that nut. So now that we've got the nut nice and loose, we can just undo this by hand. Make sure you keep the Allen key in the other side though, otherwise it's going to start spinning freely. And now we've got that off. Make sure you don't lose any parts, like any washers that are on there. There's one on this side here. There's another washer right here that we're going to pull off. And we're going to keep that so we can put it on the new one. Now, grab your new OEM replacement roller assembly. If you don't have one already, you can find one on our online store. So with this roller, we're going to put the old washer on there. We're going to slide that right into the hole it was in before. And now we're going to go to the other side. So now we're going to make sure that we put the washer on here first, and then the nut. And make sure you grab your Allen wrench and put that on in the other side to stop it from spinning on you. And then just tighten it up as much as you can by hand. And once it's done tightening by hand, we'll get the ratchet and finish it. And we'll get that nice and tight on there. Just like that. And you just want to make sure that your new assembly is spinning properly. And now we can start to put everything back on. We're going to put the front bulkhead back on. And just like we had to when we got it off, we're just going to lift up on the tub a little bit so we can get the rollers in there where they're supposed to be. And then once we get that in, line up all the screw holes, we'll get that screwed in. So when we get that all put up, we're just going to line up the tabs here, slide the tab in there, and we're going to slide this tab in here. Now we can put the screws in. And we're just checking it to make sure it rolls nice and easy one more time, sitting on all the rollers just like it should be. So now we're going to put the support back in. That's pushed in now, and now we can screw it back in. Now I'll get the other bulkhead. Let's put that back on. Alright, so we got the tabs here. 4. We're going to make sure that they correspond with each one of these holes. And line them all up. Alright, so now we're just going to want to plug these back in here. Just like last time. Now, line up the tabs, and we'll slide everything back into place. And once everything's back in, we can put our screws back in. Screw this back in. Now we'll just open up this door here. And we've got a couple screws that we got to put back in here. Now you can grab your control panel again. We'll get everything plugged in here. Now we'll attach our grounding wire and slide this back into its slot. We'll screw that back in. Now we'll turn this back around. We'll put the top back on. We'll line that back up. And lastly, turn this around one more time, and you can either set this up on blocks or you can just tilt it over like I am. And we've got our 2 last screws to put in. And now you can just stand it back up, plug it back in, and your repair is complete. Finally, don't forget to plug in your appliance. If you need to replace any parts for your appliances, you can find an OEM replacement part on our website,
PCApplianceRepair.com.
Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and share our video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us make more videos just like these for you to watch for free.